Hey lions, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lexi The Leo, and in today's video we are talking all about how everyone is a reflection of you. I'm going to be explaining what this means in just this tiny little video. I wanted to do this little video for you guys today. I say tiny little video whenever I say this. The video ends up like less than about half hour long because I can't control my speaking. When I start speaking, I don't stop, so it's probably going to last longer than 10 minutes, just a little disclaimer. Now, like I said, guys, I want to talk about how everybody in the world is a reflection of ourselves internally, and I know like there can sometimes be a little bit confusion about that, so I wanted to do a little video just kind of explaining that to you guys. So as you know, you're probably familiar with the concept of we create our own reality, as without, so within. That is a saying that everybody kind of uses, especially when they're using the law of attraction and terms like that. But when we say that everybody is a reflection of us, what do we mean? Well, when we go through certain experiences in our life, when we see things in childhood, when we feel emotions in childhood, say we are abandoned by a parent in our childhood, or we had a caring relationship for our mother or our father, or we had a kind of like narcissistic empath relationship with our mother or our father or somebody in our childhood. A lot of times in our childhood, we don't process these emotions very well. We don't release these emotions very well. We don't heal because we don't know how. So what happens is everything that we see through childhood, and usually what we bring from past lives that are still tapped into our subconscious, what is happening is these emotions and these feelings and these experiences are being stored deep within. Sometimes we don't even remember them, and even though on the surface level we could feel fine, we could feel healed, we can feel happy days, usually there's a lot going on subconsciously that we don't even realize, wounds that affected us that we don't even realize are still affecting us to this day. And we might not be able to see that in our everyday to-day life, you know what I mean? We're so wrapped up in work and, you know, 9-to-5s and keeping up with the Kardashians and all of that. We don't see how this is being mirrored back to us in our own lives. But it's funny that the universe likes to do this thing where if we need to heal from something, if there is something in our subconscious that is blocking us, the universe likes to have it show up in our life. So if you're wondering, what do I have unhealed? All you've got to do is look around you, look at your circumstances right now and see what is being mirrored back to you. For example, in my childhood, I basically had a father who ended up not basically wanting anything to do with me as I got a little bit older. And when I first went through it, of course, I had feelings of grief, I had feelings of hurt, I had feelings of abandonment, but I kind of came from a family where I had to kind of hold it all in and keep it all in and kind of brush it under the rug. So I did that, and I literally like put it all the way down. I didn't even like think that I had any feelings towards this person growing up. I didn't feel like I had any anything there to heal. I thought I'd got over it. And I found as I was going into my teens, as I was starting to date and be in relationships with people, I had this huge fear of rejection and fear of abandonment. And every relationship that I was stepping into, that person would leave, that person would reject me at a particular point. And when I say reject, they would just leave me for somebody else, which when you look at it, that's mirroring the childhood where my father got a new girlfriend and left and didn't want anything to do, you know, with my situation. And then it was all of a sudden being mirrored back into my own life when I was getting into relationships. They would then leave after a certain amount of time with no explanation and be with somebody else, and I'd be like, oh my god. But what that was doing was that was forcing me to look inwards and be like, ask these questions that I had from childhood, which were, what's wrong with me? Why is this happening? And it was reflecting inwards, and I was able to look inwards and be like, that was nothing to do with you. That was nothing to do with you. You couldn't have helped that, right? And by doing that and having those abandonment issues play out and play out and play out throughout my life. I think I was stuck in a karmic loop of the same type of situation for maybe like 4 years before I became conscious enough to realize what was going on and follow the route back. And then I was able to heal that situation. And it's funny, around the time that I realized that I had abandonment issues, it was around a particular Venus retrograde, and I was healing these issues, literally healing them. And I saw a little girl walk past with her father, and I never had, like, I didn't care for things like that, and I saw it and I started to cry. I was working a 9 to 5 at the time, and I just started to cry my eyes out because I was so upset at this little girl just walking with her father, because I just started thinking like, oh my god, and all these abandonment feelings started to come up. And I was finally able to pinpoint exactly where this abandonment issues came from, and I didn't even realize that that was a problem with me. And in turn, I was able to not only forgive my own father, but I was able to release that and realize that it was nothing to do with me. And that is just one example of a wound being and that is just one example of wounds from your childhood kind of showing back up in your life. For example, people may have an empath narcissist relationship with their mother, where their mother may have alcohol issues or drug issues or something like that, and they'll play a kind of caring role and sacrifice their own needs for their parent. I played this out with my own mother, where I would sacrifice my own needs. And what actually happens then as you get older is you then end up in relationships with people that may have substance abuse issues, or may have it may be a type of dynamic where you're having to care for the partner and sacrifice yourself, and that will keep playing out until you learn to love yourself and fill up your own cup first, because you were taught in your childhood and you learn in your childhood, okay, well, I need to sacrifice myself because my needs are clearly not important as the person in front of me, you know what I mean? And you carry out this wound throughout your life until you become conscious of it and you can heal. And the reason that I wanted to do this video today, I know a lot of you guys are doing shadow work and healing, but really take a minute to look at certain friendships and relationships that are playing out in your life and have been playing out in your life right now, and be like, notice some patterns, you know what I mean? Are you in a relationship with somebody that doesn't really put you first? Is it maybe because there's internal wounds because you never put yourself first? You need to start looking at that and looking at what is being mirrored towards you. It can even be in regards to money. It can be in regards to abundance. For example, I would never attract money in. I would never attract finances in ever at all, because I had this subconscious wound as a child because I didn't grow up with money, that I was just gonna kind of go that way and not really receive a lot. I had this mindset in my brain like, okay, well, I have to work hard for money, and I'd not even like I had it, because I used to say I'm abundant, but I had that little wound from childhood in my brain that was like, okay, well, money's hard to get, and we have to like fight for money, and we have to scrap for money, and it's hard to earn money. And I had to literally release that and change that for the abundance to come in. So when you look at your reality now, you really want to look at what is being mirrored back to you, because I get a lot of things as well, like my manifestations are not coming in. Like people will say sometimes, like on picker cards or in law of attraction videos, I've seen comments on other people's channels, and I've seen comments on my own channel where people are like, you say like manifestations are gonna come in and they're not coming in. But the thing is, if you're having that mindset of they're not coming in, well, they're not gonna come in. You kind of have to change that, as within so without. And that's why I really wanted to do this video today, to show you guys what is it that's around you. Take a look internally. Whatever is going on around you, make sure that you're looking internally to see maybe where it is coming from, and really follow those roots back. It's work, but it's like, by doing that, you can literally change the perception of your whole reality. I'll tell you something. I am actually a trained beauty therapist from like years ago. I used to do beauty therapy and skin therapy, and when I first started, everybody was very pristine. They had their makeup perfect and their eyebrows perfect, and I, as you can see now, I have very bushy eyebrows, and my eyebrows are quite arched now, but they were very what's it called, straight. I had very straight eyebrows, and that wasn't like what anyone wanted. in my beauty therapy course, everybody wanted like arched eyebrows, and everybody had really nice arched eyebrows, and I didn't have any. So I really wanted these arched eyebrows, and what I ended up doing was, stupidly, I was only young, I ended up waxing my entire eyebrows off, and I would draw them on arched. And as time went on and I was starting to love myself and work on myself, I wanted to kind of go makeup free, but I couldn't because I didn't have eyebrows. And I used to just say all the time, like, oh my god, I don't have eyebrows, so I've got to put makeup on, and I don't want to put makeup on, oh my god. And I couldn't for the life of me grow my eyebrows back. My eyebrows would not grow back for the life of me. And then I just thought, every morning when I was looking in the mirror and I was drawing my eyebrows on, I was consciously saying to myself, like, you don't have eyebrows, so we've got to draw them on. So I was telling my brain, like, I'm drawing my eyebrows on because I don't have any. And I thought, why don't I just embrace no eyebrows for a little bit, and just tell myself I don't need to draw eyebrows on because I have eyebrows. I have thick eyebrows. I have really thick bushy eyebrows. Why do I need to draw them on? And honestly, guys, I went 5 months where I wore no makeup, just like I wanted to, and I was looking in the mirror and I was like, I have really thick eyebrows, because I was no longer taking my eyebrow pencil and drawing them on, because I didn't need to, because I had eyebrows. So I was looking in the mirror like, yeah, I already have eyebrows. And from 5 years of my eyebrows never going back, with after everything that I tried to get them to grow back, not wearing makeup for like 5 months and looking in the mirror and being like, I already have eyebrows. Do you see these bushy things? I don't even pluck them at this point. I can tell they're bushy. People will probably tell me to pluck them, but I refuse to pluck them because, like I said, when I was looking in that mirror when there was absolutely nothing there, I said I had eyebrows. I told myself I had eyebrows. As within, so without. So I wanted to share that with you guys today, because that is probably one of my favorite manifestations. Like, I got my eyebrows back. I was so happy. So really, guys, this can be applied to anything in your life: money, relationships, eyebrows. Look at what is happening in your outer reality and take a look within. And not only that, but we are mirrors to each other. For example, I can't remember where I heard this. Somebody spoke about this, and I wish I could tell you who said it, but I can't remember who said it. So know that I wasn't the one who said this quote, but I heard it from somewhere else. I think it was a book I read it in. But when we look at people and we're inspired by people, like say now we hear somebody's success story and we see them making all this money and we see them all abundant and we're inspired by them, that is them mirroring back to us. The reason that we get inspired by people is because we have that same energy within us to be able to achieve that greatness that other people have. When you look at people on YouTube, when you look at celebrities, when you look at people who've made it to this particular point and you get inspired by them, the reason that you're getting inspired by them is because you are mirroring them. You have that same potential within yourself. That's why you're becoming inspired by them. And it's the same with jealousy, you guys. If you're jealous of somebody, or if somebody is jealous of you, they're actually jealous of something that they possess within themselves. They just haven't been able to hone it yet. So they take that out on that person, because in their mind it's like they have what I would like, they have what I would want, when really it's within them too, but they just don't realize it. They haven't accepted that within themselves yet. So they become jealous of people. We are literally walking mirrors of each other. So when you see people getting inspired by you, or you see people getting jealous of you, that is because you are mirroring them and they are mirroring you. And our friendships and our relationships, and just any relationship that not only we have with people in general, but that we have with ourselves, they are just mirrors, guys. They are literally just mirrors. When you look at how your friends treat you, how are you treating yourself? For example, I used to put everybody before myself, like I said, because of like childhood wounds, and nobody ever really put me first. Like I was never like the first option. No one ever really put me first. No one really cared. Like when it came to like birthdays and things like that, like I'd go above and beyond and like make sure I was available. Even if I didn't have any money, I'd scrape money together. And then on my birthday it was like crickets. Like no one would make any effort. No one would really care. That was just the energy. And the reason that they were acting that way is because I was showing them how to treat me, because I wasn't treating myself with love. And this was before my self-love journey. Since then, people know how to treat me. You know what I mean? People know. I put in boundaries now. And that's because I was able to look within and heal that. I was like, why are they treating me this way? Why are they doing me like that for? Why have they got that type of respect for me? Oh, I don't have respect within myself. And I was able to heal that. And that changed everything for me, being able to do that. And now if I see somebody act some type of way towards me, if I see somebody act a certain way, I'm like, why are they doing that? Why am I attracting that? And if people out of their free will do treat me in any type of way, I know how that self-respect to nip it in the bud. So even if they do treat me some type of way that I don't like, and I put in a boundary and they don't listen to that, well, they're just gone. They don't get a second chance to do that. You know what I mean? But if something's reoccurring in every relationship that you're going into, and you're like, why is this happening? You need to start looking inward. And that is why I wanted to do this video today. So I hope you enjoyed my little video of what it means when someone is a reflection of you. If you guys have any comments, comment down below. I love to read your comments. Remember, if you're interested in booking a private reading with me, you can head over to lexitheleo97@gmail.com. And if you guys would like to follow me on Instagram, I will place my Instagram here for you guys to go and follow. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watch this video. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.